See how when I'm bringing this saw back, I blew through the log without stopping on the inside. And look at that. It's hitting the log. I can't bring it back over unless I raise it up. And the tip from a viewer was to stop right here and let the saw run down before you exit the wood. Then you wouldn't run into that, hitting it on the way back. Let's give it a try here. All right, well, it's been about a month since we set that log on there, and we'll get back to it due to the heat. Yeah, so we're out here early this morning, Saturday morning, and thought at least get this one sawed up and see if we can get any more before the rain hits. I'm gonna be stuck doing some indoor flooring for our living room. We're gonna look at some of that today. I'm excited about that. Not much of an interior kind of guy. I don't really care. I can do it, but I just don't like doing interior of the house. Of course, that might be more safer. Yeah, with me, probably not. Oh. I think this is already, yeah, it's all cleaned up. Just need to get the tension on the blade. All right, we want to tighten this up. Blade tension, torque blade, 25 to 30 foot-pounds. So we're gonna tighten it up to 30 foot-pounds using my Sawmill torque wrench. This is the half inch. I have a set of 3 that Sawmill sent me, and I've been using these quite frequently. I really love these torque wrenches. They're very durable. The coating on them is very durable as well, and very accurate so far, and very easy to use. So we're just gonna tighten this up to 30 foot-pounds. You just press down, pull down on this lever here, and then you just adjust it. Here's the Newton meter side, here's the foot-pound side, and we are almost at 30, right there. So we will adjust it right there to 30. Simple as that. And then we will crank with smooth, slow strokes until you hear it click off. And it just clicked off. So these are delicate instruments, and you want to adjust it back down to 0 after each time you use it. That'll do it. All right, we got our holders down. Drop it down just one more turn. I always set this gauge on an even number. Gotta walk her down. That's the biggest time waster, is locking that down and unlocking it. First, forgot to put our sawdust catcher, which is full of water at the moment. Our official sawdust catcher. Well, catches most of it. Now this is where we waste a lot of time. So this is not a production mill, that's for sure. And I think we're ready to go ahead and turn it. Yeah, you go ahead and turn this logger. See if we can get this turned over. There we go. All right, let's get this slab cut off. Locked in. All right, got the water going. Contact. One of my videos I was complaining about when I brought the saw back, the blade would hit on the log and you had to raise it up. But one of my viewers said, stop your cut as soon as the blade exits the end of the log, let it settle, then push through, get rid of your slab, and then when you come back over it, it should glide right back over where you cut it. So it worked that time. This is where we lose so much time, but hey, we're not in a hurry. So we're gonna go down. Now the sun's in my eyes. Okay. I don't know if you gotta let the blade stop completely. It works. I think this thing needs to be adjusted. Yeah. We are not solidly locked down. If you see how loose that is, that's probably why I'm getting a little. We need to tighten these guys down. Okay. You can tell when it tightens that head down. Apparently it's making a difference. I don't know how it came loose. Yeah, that feels better. All right. One by is what we really need most of. So we're gonna flip this log because I'm looking at this pith, and the pith is about 3/4 to this log. So if we turn it and flip it, we'll get lots of good wood on top there at a 12-inch even width. We got to do something about that. I am going to find something. Ugh. Pushing it, pulling it's another thing. We have a lot of, yeah. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to cut some wood. Make sure there's nothing in the way. It works. Down. 1, 2. That little trick seems to be working. Stopping the saw before you exit the log completely. Yep, every time so far. Not gonna be very good for the back. We'll cut the rest of them. Right down to the end. One, two. We'll just lock this side down. See what happens. Well, I didn't do it that time. See what happens. Wonder how long this log is. And it's only 8 foot. I was thinking I could cut some 2x, but no. Look at that. All right. See how when I'm bringing this saw back, I blew through the log without stopping on the inside. And look at that. It's hitting the log. I can't bring it back over unless I raise it up. And the tip from a viewer was to stop right here and let the saw run down before you exit the wood. Then you wouldn't run into that, hitting it on the way back. Let's give it a try here. Now before I exit, I let the saw slow down. I haven't let it completely stop on the last few times. It still worked. Now, let's see if it hits. Don't prove me wrong. There you go. See how it comes back over just fine? So, letting off the power, letting the blade slow down once it reaches the end of the log before you exit the wood does work. I got that tip from a viewer. Thank you, viewer. And I appreciate all the tips that you guys can give me because, hey, I'm a newbie at this, but I'm learning and I really love sawing lumber. And I love even more your comments on tips, tricks, or how to improve, or the stupid mistakes I make that I don't realize. I'm sure you'll point them out. So thanks again. Be close. Let's see what we got here. 1x12s, 1x8s, and 1x8s. We got 2, 4, 6, so 12 1x8s, and 2, 4, 6, 6 1x12s. All right, that's gonna be it for today. Pretty good yield out of that one log, I would say, for at least for me. Got 12 1x8s, and then 6 1x12s, and they're all 8 foot long, white pine. So using storm damaged trees from your own property, you can make wood like this with the Mechmaxx 36 Max Sawmill. Here on Peterson Farms in Asheville, that's what we do. Anyway, have really enjoyed learning how to use this sawmill. Have had very limited experience prior to owning a sawmill, but did work on a Woodmizer LT40 one time. Those are pretty nice. That'll get you spoiled, so I'd recommend going with the basic setup before you go into the deluxe model, not backwards. But anyway, we're not in it for production, we're in it for the fun and to use the wood around the property. Fixing up old barns, building chicken coops, who knows what else we'll be doing with this wood once it gets dried out. But anyway, having a lot of fun and appreciate the tips out there. We used one today and you saw that in the video. It worked. So I listen and learn because I definitely don't know it all. But anyway, we appreciate you stopping by here at Peterson Farms in Asheville. We do these sort of videos here on the farm to entertain you, our friends, family, and those future generations who without these videos may never ever know who Papaw Phil was, or what kind of sawmill Papaw Phil had, or what Papaw Phil used to do here on the farm. But they can look way back when, in the now or the future, and see what we used to be like. God bless you all till next time. Thanks for stopping by.